If you've received a council parking fine, you're probably wondering if you can appeal it or if you have to pay. Coming up, I've got 5 strong grounds for appealing your penalty charge notice, and I'll let you know what the consequences are if you ignore your ticket. I'll call penalty charge notices PCNs for the rest of this video. Now, this isn't the type of fine that you can ignore. The council can escalate this relatively quickly because they are enforceable by law, so your best bet is to either pay or appeal your PCN straight away. Now, the first thing that you have to consider is whether you have a strong enough reason to appeal, and I'll run through those for you now. Were you within the 10-minute grace period? Now, for example, if you bought a ticket that expired at midday and you got back to your car at 8 minutes past 12, then you could appeal on the grounds that you weren't given the 10-minute grace period that you're actually entitled to. Did your car break down? If you can prove that your car broke down and you can get a letter from whoever helped you fix your car, then that's an easy way to contest your ticket. If there was a medical emergency and let's say you got rushed to hospital, then you'll need documentation to show that that was the case, and then your penalty charge notice might get cancelled. It's also worth knowing about the Equality Act 2010. Now, this means if you have mobility problems, you're pregnant, or you have a very young baby, then you should be given a bit of extra time if you're late getting back to your car. That's as long as it's within reason. There are other reasons that may work for an appeal, like if you displayed a ticket and the PCN was issued incorrectly, or maybe the ticket machine was broken. Appeals must be made within 28 days. If the PCN was left on your car, start with an informal appeal within 14 days. And if the PCN was mailed, make a formal appeal directly. Include evidence and details explaining why you're appealing. The council's got 56 days to respond to your appeal. If accepted, the PCN's cancelled. If rejected, then you can further appeal to the General Regulatory Chamber. Now, there are some common reasons why you might get a PCN, and here are just a few. Parking on a yellow line without loading, parking on a yellow line with curb markings, expired parking ticket, overstaying the maximum stay, not paying the parking charge, parking in an electric vehicle spot without charging, parking in a permit space without a valid permit, parking in a loading bay without loading, or parking in a disabled space without a valid blue badge. If you've looked over all the appeal options and none of them fit and you believe that the ticket was issued correctly, then the best thing to do is pay. Now, once you've paid the PCN, it's closed. There's no way of appealing after this has been done. If you do pay quickly, then you'll be entitled to a discounted rate. Now, this is usually within the first fortnight. You'll have to look at your ticket. Most councils offer online payment portals to pay for your ticket. You can also find other payment methods which are listed on the PCN. It's normally on the back. There are usually automated payment lines too. If you don't pay, then the fine will go up, and if you ignore it again, then you could be taken to court, and enforcement officers, mostly known as bailiffs, can be sent to your house. That's why it's really important not to ignore a penalty charge notice. If you have been issued a PCN and it's a little bit more complex than the reasons to appeal that I just mentioned before, then you may want to get a second opinion. JustAnswer offers a trial for £5 where you can ask a professional as many questions as you want about your penalty charge notice. I'll leave a link below the video for you, and if you use this link, you'll be supporting the Debt Advice Service, so thanks.